Where'd you get a licence in a Wheaties packet? Go around her.
Do you want to drive?
Yes?
Well, tough.
Come on.
It's a male thing, isn't it? Getting behind the wheel of a big V8, feeling all that power, must be a big turn-on for you guys.
You've been reading too much Cleo.
Oh, we've got company.
Go after him.
Well, why? They haven't done anything, Wayne.
Not yet.
Hey, gorgeous. It's hog time.
Hog! Where you been? Think you were gonna come?
Oh, you know how it is, babe. Oh.
So just say.
No need.
What do you have?
Now, you shouldn't ask a man a question like that. You might not like the answer.
Do you want a beer or don't you?
Yeah, well, hey, JD's all around?
Hey, settle down! Oh, what's your problem? I just giving it up.
Listen, this is my pub. You play it my way or you leave.
Now, fair enough. Whatever you say, we're not here to make trouble.
Just so long as we understand each other.
I think we do. I missed you, babe.
Have you heard anything yet?
No, not yet.
You could always put in for a transfer.
Yeah, I could do that.
You know, Wayne, there is life after traffic.
Hey, have a look over there. Hello, can you open the door?
No, it's locked. Hey, try pulling up the knob.
I can't.
Okay, try winding down the window.
How long do you reckon they've been in there?
Not too long. It's okay, we'll get you out of there soon.
What a heap. Okay, hold on.
I need to go to the toilet.
Yeah, it's okay. Won't be long now. Hey, what's your name?
Boring.
And what's your name?
Bella.
Okay, Bella, what's your second name? Is this your little brother?
I am too.
Yeah, okay. I haven't lost your touch. Here we go.
Any sign of the parents?
No,
Come on, little fella.
Mommy.
we'll find her. Now, this is Wayne, and he's going to take you to the police station while I go and find your mum.
Hey, Maggie. Now, hold on.
Yeah, OK, Mum, we'll see you next weekend. Kids in cars, it's becoming a national disease. Nick, phone book, see what you can find under McLeod. Good Cooper.
Check with the hospital, all the local GPs, see if the mother's had an accident or OD'd or something.
Yeah, righto, boss.
Now, don't you worry, kids.
We'll soon find your mum and dad.
Have you ever been in a police station before? Well, this is Sergeant Croydon, and he's the boss.
Patterson, maybe the children would like a drink or something to eat.
Good, come on, let's go raid the fridge, see what we can dig up.
And what have you done with Doyle? Why isn't she here?
She's gone looking for the mother. Reckon she might have something to say to her, too.
Look, put me down.
Can't do that, babe. No, now out you go. No piggies in your belt.
Boss, they threw me out. They just picked me up like a sack of potatoes and threw me out.
You went in there by yourself?
Well, I didn't know they were going to be there. Oh, and they laughed at me and took my cap.
Well, did you find the mother?
I didn't get a chance, boss. They just picked me up and
Yeah,
threw
and
me...
chucked you out like a sack of spuds. I get the picture.
It was a deliberate act of provocation.
Well, of course it was. Doyle, it's not just the fact that you're a copper. These mongrels have got no respect for women.
So what happens now?
Well, we can't ignore it. All right, you blokes, all uniforms down to the pub. And grab your batons on the way.
What about me? I've got to be there, boss. Otherwise, what's the point of me being in this uniform?
Doyle, you've already been knocked out once in the course of duty.
And so has every other police officer. Why should I be any different?
Maggie...
Look, it's my fault we're in this situation. I shouldn't have gone barging in there. I just didn't think. But if you have any professional respect for me, you'll let me come with you.
You
You just be careful, all right?
I promise I'll look after myself.
Well, if we play our cards right, it won't turn into a bun fight. We'll show the flag and they'll have the good sense to back off.
What's the story, boss?
We've got to put on a show of force down at the pub. There's some bikers in town with no respect for the law.
Ah, my favourite people.
Come on, you lot, let's get going.
Oh, what about the kids?
PJ can look after them.
Hang on.
He said a show of force, mate.
Uniforms only.
Yeah.
Wayne.
Hello. What's your names?
Bella, Corey.
I brought the cavalry back with you, Constable.
Got yourself some new friends, eh, Vinny? I'm Sergeant Croyd. You are?
Fergus Dillon.
Uh-huh. Where are you from?
Down south.
Just passing through?
No, we thought we'd hang around for a while. And it's a nice little spot you've got here. It's great booze, pretty women, and friendly coppers.
Not this copper, Mr. Dillon. I don't take kindly to people manhandling my officers or to the misuse of police property.
Oh, it was only a bit of fun.
Constable Doyle's not laughing, neither am I. You realise I could charge you with assaulting a police officer?
Oh, come on, Sarge, no one got hurt.
That's hardly the point.
Look, we don't want no aggro.
Neither do we.
Okay. I'm sorry, Constable. It won't happen again. You happy now?
No, Mr. Dillon, I'm not happy. I'm warning you, you put 1 foot out of line while you're in my town, I'll throw the book at you, understood?
We're peace-loving, law-abiding citizens.
I'm delighted to hear it. Right, Constable. She's all yours.
Mrs. McLeod?
What do you want?
We've got your children down at the station.
Oh, what the hell are they doing there?
You left them alone in the car, remember?
They were all right.
They were very distressed when we found them, Mrs. McLeod. You must have been gone for quite some time.
Not that long.
We'd like you to come to the station with us, please.
Why? You know where I am now. You can bring him back.
Doesn't quite work that way. We've got a few things we want to put to you.
Look, you better deal with this before your old man finds out.
Oh, it's a bit late for that. He already knows.
Oh, what?
Look, don't give us any hassles, Mrs. McLeod. Under the Child and Young Persons Act, you could be charged with leaving your children unattended in the car. So I'd cooperate if I were you.
But why can't I just take them and go?
You obviously didn't consider the consequences of leaving 2 young children alone in a car for a couple of hours.
Oh, it wasn't that long. Anyway, they were perfectly safe.
Sit down, please. Mrs. McLeod, does your vehicle have a cigarette lighter?
Yeah? So what?
Have you ever seen a burnt-out car? I found one once. At first I thought, oh good, it's empty. Then I realised the little body in the front was all hunched up underneath the dash. It's just a blackened lump. The one in the back was still strapped into a baby capsule.
What am I supposed to do? Burst into tears?
No, you are supposed to take better care of your
Oh, so I'm
children.
a bad mother, am I?
Well, unfortunately, that's not for me to say. Health and Community Services can decide that.
You didn't drag them into it.
Well, we do have to consider the welfare of your children.
No. You just like sticking your nose into other people's business, stirring things up.
Let's get one thing perfectly clear. Your neglect led to this situation.
As far as I'm concerned, you dragged us all down here for nothing. So you better let me out of here before I make a formal complaint.
Sit down. Unless you want to spend a couple of hours in our cells sobering up.
Fergus is recruiting members from the local hoons. Benny and some of the other blokes already hanging around.
Sounds like they intend to stick around and spread the good word.
Well, they set up their clubhouse in Mason Street, so we can expect the complaints to come rolling in.
Well, they've already had their first warning. Remains to be seen whether it has any effect or not.
Well, the Melbourne chapter's under investigation again. Word is they could be linked to a heroin racket up in Noosa.
I wonder what they got in store for Mount Thomas.
Who knows? Marijuana plantations, amphetamine factories, prostitution.
Why us?
Roger McLeod's here.
Who?
Roger McLeod.
Daddy!
Hey, little man, how are you doing? You okay, Bella?
Can we go home now?
Yeah, in a minute. Thanks for looking after him.
Not a problem.
Where's my wife?
Being interviewed.
Is she going to be long?
That depends whether we decide to charge her.
Look, she's never done anything like this before.
Oh, I'm delighted to hear it. We take a very dim view of this sort of incident, Mr. McLeod. I have to tell you, community services have been monitoring this situation.
Oh, did you miss me? Huh? Mummy missed you too.
How could you go off like that and leave him in the car?
I've got a life too, you know.
Oh, like I don't work 12
All right,
hours.
that's enough. Sure, the children had enough trauma for one day.
Yeah, and whose fault's that?
Shut up, Holly. Get the kids out.
See you, Bella. Bye, Corey.
Bye.
This won't happen again.
I hope not, Mr. McLeod, for the sake of the children. Perhaps you could encourage your wife to meet her friends someplace that she can actually take the children.
Which friends?
As far as I know, they're members of a biker gang called the Legends.
Hog Dillon?
Well, you know him.
She left him for me. If she's encouraged him, I'm going to kill that bitch.
I wouldn't advise that, Mr. McLeod. Whatever your domestic problems, sort them out without resorting to violence. Understood?
Don't worry. I know what to do. Did you find him?
Yeah, me and Constable Patterson.
Well, thanks. Appreciate it.
Poor kids.
Now, ready? Stand still and trust me, all right?
Behaving themselves?
Yeah. We're on a first-name basis now. I'm one of their 10 most favourite people.
So no more hassles?
Oh, Vinny and the Yobos are a bit loud, but the other two seem to keep them in line all right. Some of my regulars getting a bit twitchy about the invasion, though.
So what if these guys decide to adopt this place as their watering hole?
I doubt that they ever will. Now, if they know you blokes drinking, I think they'll give it a big miss. Besides, they know I'm not into shifting ciggies, booze, or any other dodgy gear.
They asked you?
Oh, hints for a drop. It's okay. I can take care of it.
Yeah, all the same, I think I'll stick around and keep an eye on things. Can I have a beer?
Yeah.
So, you're still here?
Uh-huh.
What's this? Community Services Act?
Yeah, just keeping informed, you know. It's interesting. Holly McLeod. She doesn't have any form. She's a clean skin.
And what if she wasn't?
Oh, he knows. Just going to keep an eye on those kids of hers.
She is their mother, Doyle.
Then why doesn't she act like a boss?
One of these days you'll be a parent and you'll realise it doesn't automatically confer sainthood.
But mothers are supposed to be different. My mum would have cut off a right arm rather than put her kids in danger.
Your mother was a very special woman. But she never made a mistake?
Well, I suppose she did, but I don't remember them.
Of course she did.
Oh, I just wish that...
What?
Oh, nothing. You know, boss, I think that I've accepted that she's gone. But sometimes I'll be thinking I've got to tell Mum that. It'd make her laugh.
Poured Nell a cup of tea the other day. True.
I didn't even know that Mum was sick. Oh, I was off at the academy having a good time thinking about myself. And she wouldn't even let Dad tell me.
Well, she wouldn't have wanted to disturb your studies.
Yeah. But I really wish that I had have known. Because there was so much that I wanted to say. So much I wanted to thank her
I'm
for.
sure she was really proud of you just the way you are. Come on. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's not bad, Rog! How you doing, man? It's good to see you. Been too long.
Should have told us you're coming up here, mate. We'll look you up sooner.
Yeah, Holly said you started up your own business. Says you're doing okay.
Stay away from Holly. Pack up and clear off.
But we like it here, mate. And your missus was real happy to see us again, wasn't she?
Yes, mate. Gave us a real warm country welcome.
I want you out of here.
Now, how you going to do that, Rog? You're outnumbered.
McLeod, it's Constable Cooper. Don't you think you've had enough trouble for one day?
They're scum. They wreck everything.
No, mate, you're going to do that.
I'm going to say what I came to say.
You can't take us all on, Rog, even with that.
You want to try me?
What about Bella and Corey, mate?
That's why I'm doing it. These bastards are screwing up my life. They're trying to break up my family.
Mate, we thought you two were still together. We thought you'd split up.
No one's moving in on me.
OK. OK, we'll stay out of your way.
You don't get it, do you? You're leaving town. Either on your bike or in a box. It's up to you boys.
Roger, there are better ways of sorting this out.
Holly will settle down when these bastards have left town.
Oh, you reckon?
Don't listen to them, they're just stirring you.
Nobody takes my kids.
No one wants to take your kids, but unless you put that weapon down, you're not going to see them for a very long time.
I got no quarrel with you.
I know you haven't, so just put the weapon on the table.
Good. So, you just put it down on the table?
Like a lamb, boss.
Like a lamb who's facing very serious charges.
We don't want to press charges. Roger's an old mate.
What is this, some kind of misguided code of honour?
He went off the deep end. Now, we all do that from time to time. There's no harm done.
No harm done. He's cleared the bar. I can't see my customers for dust.
He didn't hurt anyone.
He hurt my business, and you're not doing it much good either. Don't show your faces around here again.
Now, I thought you were a bit more broad-minded than that, sweetheart.
My hip pocket's hurting.
She's so sexy when she's angry, don't you think, Sarge?
Mrs. Riley's a well-respected member of this community. You do well to remember that.
Whatever you say, Sarge.
You're not welcome in this township.
You'll get used to us.
I doubt that.
I had a blue with Holly. I don't know. I grabbed the knife and charged off to the pub.
And the argument today was about that.
Yeah. Seems she knew Fergus was coming. They kept in touch.
So she arranged to meet him and took the kids.
She usually leaves him with a girlfriend, but she was working today. I was spewing when I found out.
This Fergus, he, old friend of yours?
We used to ride together.
Do you belong to the Legends?
Yeah, but I got jack of it. Especially after we had the kids. It's no life for them. So I shifted up here, started up the business, fixing farm machinery, engines, that sort of thing.
Are you saying you broke away completely from the old club?
Yeah, I didn't want any more to do with them.
And was your wife in agreement with this?
Said she was. Then she started getting toey. Talked about going back. I wasn't into that.
Oh, country life doesn't suit everyone.
Well, it suits Belle and Corey, and it suits me.
Well, you have to settle your differences with your wife without further disturbance to the community.
Yeah, I know.
As it is, you'll be charged with possession of a regulated weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a serious matter, Mr. McLeod. I could also charge you with assault. You realise that?
I didn't hurt anyone.
No, but you had intention. It's all it takes.
Look, I'll get bail, won't I?
Well, that's not up to me.
Come
Senior
on, guys.
Detective, could I have a word, please?
Certainly, Constable. Adams?
You are going to recommend bail, aren't you?
Why should I?
Oh, those poor kids, PJ, they need at least one decent parent.
Come on, Mags. He's a hothead.
Yeah, but he's a caring father. He was only trying to protect his family, and you want to throw away the key.
Hang on. How long have you been in the job? I'm bluffing.
Okay, so you are going to recommend bail,
Of
then?
course, on the condition that he goes nowhere near the clubhouse. I just don't want him waving knives around, that's all.
Oh, good-o.
It's those kids, isn't it?
What is?
You're getting all clucky, brains turned off, hormones are racing.
Hey, my hormones have got nothing to do with it. I happen to care, that's all, unlike some.
Come on.
No, I've seen it all before, PJ. One day, they're abandoned in a car. The next, Mum's hitting them. The next, she's throwing them out. Or they grow up, they do the same to their own kids. It's a vicious cycle. Now, we should do something to stop it this time, all right?
It's a joke, Maggie.
Yeah.
A joke?
Here we go. Fergus Dillon and Owen Bonner. Assaulting police, resisting arrest, offensive behaviour, drunk and disorderly, living off immoral earnings, possession of cannabis and various firearm offences.
Vinny and the boys will be impressed.
Yeah, it's good to see they found a home in the Mount Thomas chapter, isn't it? They finally got that sense of belonging.
What worries me is the length these local dills are likely to go to bankroll their joining fees.
Yeah, there'll be an increase in activity, all right.
Unless we can nip it in the bud. Any suggestions?
Oh, no. We'd be accused of police harassment, wouldn't we? All right. Noise pollution, spitting in the street, offensive behaviour.
Are we sure all these bikes meet up to our high standards of roadworthiness?
All right, we'll run a check. There must be some new law on jaywalking, is there?
Roger McLeod's here.
What now? Mr. McLeod, what can we do for you?
Holly's packed up and gone off with the kids. She's taken them out to the clubhouse. I can't go out there without breaking bail, so I want you to do it.
Well, we'll investigate the matter for you, of course, but we're pretty limited in our power. If the children are content to stay with their mother, there's no sign of abuse or neglect, and there's not much we can do.
Not much you can do?
Well, we can't force her to leave, and we can't take her children from her unless there's concern for their welfare.
I'm concerned. You know what goes on in those places.
Hog! Cops are here.
I'm sick of the sight of you people. What is it this time?
Mr. McLeod's concerned about his children.
You can see for yourself, they're fine. Now, we're babysitting them, aren't we, Animal?
What do they want?
Well, looks like your old man's complained.
Jesus, whip.
We want to take a look around your house if you don't mind.
Right, be my guest.
What are you after? On behalf of Health and Community Services, we need to check the children's sleeping arrangements.
Looking round for something heavy so I can take
the
my kids
kitchen
away.
and bathroom
I'm
facilities.
looking after them.
We need to make sure their diet's okay and their living conditions are satisfactory.
You're saying they're dirty and I don't feed them.
Health and Community Services are aware of your change of address and will be sending someone out to...
Oh, great.
Is this your permanent place of residence now?
I left my old man and I'm living here. Permanently. Any law against that?
Do you mind showing me inside? Excuse me.
You got us all wrong. Bikers do a lot for charity, you know? Why don't you come to one of our fundraisers sometime? Give you a whole new outlook on life.
I'd love to.
What? I don't believe
Yeah,
this.
look, no, your children aren't being maltreated or neglected. May not be a perfect living environment, but there was just no way that I could remove them. I'm really sorry.
Well, there must be something you can do.
Yeah, look, I've informed the community policing squad in St David's. I'll keep them up to date, and further checks will be done by Health and Community Services.
Well, that bitch has sucked you right in. She knew I'd complain. She knew you'd go out there.
Hey, settle down.
Go out and search the place. They always have weapons stashed away. Get something on them.
We conducted a search of the premises, Mr. McLeod. There was nothing there.
I thought at least you cared what happened to my kids.
Yeah, well, I do, but there's...
Well, how would you like it if your kids were stuck out there with those animals? You don't care. You don't give a damn, do you, Sal?
All right, that's enough, McLeod. You level any more abuse at my offices, I'll throw you into a cell. Now go out there and sit down until you cool off. Keep an eye on him.
Boss, he's probably right. Holly would have been expecting us. We should probably just go out there again.
And get egg on our face a second time.
Boss, another complaint from Mason Street, revving engines, loud music. They say they're afraid to let their children out to play.
All right, Patterson, Cooper, go and check it out. But it's still not enough to move those kids.
Can I go too?
No. Nick, when he calms down, you can send him home.
No worries.
It just makes me so bloody angry, you know?
Turn it up. They look happy enough to me.
When she abandoned them in a car and then dragged them off to live with bikers.
Well, maybe she loves them. At least she took them with her.
Come on, she was only using those kids as bait to stir up her husband. You know, once she's had a fun, she'll dump them and run off with Loverboy.
I don't know, Meg, you've been a bit biased, aren't you?
Why would I be biased? And don't bother making any cracks about my hormones, all right?
Sorry.
It's all those big hairy bikies, I gotta tell you.
Very
It's a
funny.
seductive combo, isn't it?
You reckon?
Well, tell me.
No, that's my cue to leave you boys to your fantasies.
Oh, you want to lift?
No, I'll be right, I'll walk.
You sure?
Yeah, it's only down the road.
This independence walks alone, lives alone.
Well, I keep offering.
Seems he doesn't need any protection, eh, Mag?
How right you are. Good night.
I don't need protection.
So that's the CD player, the speakers, and about how many CDs?
10 maybe. And there's the cameo my grandmother gave me and the pearls I was given for my 21st.
There you go, Mags. Get that into you.
Oh, thanks, Adam.
Maybe you should sit down or something.
Adam, what is this? It's revolting.
It's got lots of sugar in it. You're in shock.
I'm not in shock. I've been burgled, that's all.
You're lucky they weren't waiting for you.
And don't you start. Have you got any prints yet?
Smudged. I don't think you should stay on your own tonight, Mags.
I'll stay.
Well, that's all I need.
Nobody's staying. Chris is getting a room ready down at the Imperial.
Boss, really, I'll be fine.
You'll do as you're told. This is a deliberate attack on a police officer, and I want to know who's responsible.
The old duck next door said she heard a motorbike take off down the back lane, but she couldn't give the time.
One of the legends?
Could be.
No, they haven't been here long enough to cause this sort of trouble.
Then who?
That's not too much of a mystery. Who was the last hothead to call her own dear Maggie here a sow? Roger was watching telly when we arrived. He said he'd been there all night.
What about his bike?
That was cold.
Let's have a talk to him.
Anyone verify your story?
You've seen the movie, now read my lips. I was home alone.
That attitude's not going to help you.
You blokes have already made up your minds about me. No matter what I say, I lose.
You don't have to lose. You be straight with us, and we'll help you.
I came to you for help, and you didn't deliver. You left my kids out there with those mongrels.
We had no choice.
They're running rings around you. You're bloody useless.
We're not your favourite people, are we?
I don't slink around breaking into cops' houses. It's not my style.
We're not accusing you of anything.
Sure sounds like it.
Look, I can understand your frustration over the situation with your children. You're angry, naturally.
Let's set the record straight. I'm grateful to the young policewoman...
Constable Doyle.
Right, for rescuing Belle and Corey. Now, if I'm going to take out my frustrations, it's not going to be on her. She's okay.
You weren't too grateful this afternoon. I seem to remember you calling her a sow.
Well, I didn't write it across her wall. It's those morons out at the clubhouse. There's a big bash on there tonight. They probably got half tanked and thought they'd fix her. They need a gut full of grog to give them the balls.
McLeod's off the suspect list for the moment. He wouldn't jeopardise recovering his kids by knocking over a cop's house.
The last thing he needs is us breathing down his neck.
He said there was a party on at the clubhouse last night.
Which means they're probably all paralytic this morning. Best time to hit them.
Right, so we're looking for Maggie's gear, illegal drugs, possibly firearms.
Yesterday's search didn't reveal too much.
Yeah, they could have gotten sloppy, left stuff lying around. OK, let's go.
All right, get on the D24, let them know the station will be closed for a while.
Righto, police. Stay where you are.
Hey, kids, how you going? Come on, come with me.
Oh, must have been some party last night. Sorry I missed it.
Right, stay on the ground.
We're here to search the premises.
This is harassment. What's this all about?
An officer's house was done over last night. We have reason to believe your organisation was involved.
Yeah, and how'd you come up with that?
A bike was heard leaving the premises, matey.
Nobody here knocked off anything. They're all too pissed. Go.
How do you feel like going for another ride in the police car, guys? Let's go! Straight to the car, Bella.
Leave those kids alone!
Right, now you stay in here while I talk to your mum,
Where do you
right?
think you're taking them?
We have reason to believe that...
Bella, Corey, get out of the car.
Mrs. McLeod, we have reason to believe that there's drugs on the premises.
Oh, what drugs? Nothing to do with me.
I'm sure community services won't regard this as a suitable environment for your children. Now, Bella, put your seatbelt on.
Taking my kids.
You stay there, kids, stay there.
Constable, a word. You get in front of the car now. Constable? Where the hell do you think you're going?
I'm getting these kids out of here. Wayne found drugs on the
It's a
premises.
bit of dope for personal use. It's no big deal, Maggie.
You tell her to keep her claws off my kids.
One lousy possess and use.
And none of Maggie's stuff.
I think I've underestimated Mr. Fergus Dillon.
I was very impressed. He managed to do his housekeeping with his hangover going.
One of the reporters to IOD and the Ombudsman, claiming harassment and prejudicial treatment.
Who'd believe him?
Well, it wouldn't matter who complained. They'd have to follow it through anyway.
Oh, you're a little ray of sunshine, aren't you?
All right, that's enough. Let's not fight amongst ourselves. We've got enough problems as it is.
Boss, some woman on Valley Road reckons she can hear strange noises, thinks it might be a prowler.
Really? Does this woman have a name?
No, she didn't give one, but she left an address.
All right, you better get out there. Life does go on.
This time I'm driving.
Yep, be my guest. NODGOA at the last.
One of those DAYS, really. Adam must have got the address wrong. Still, at least we're out of the station.
Wayne, do you have to be so cheerful?
Hang on!
Did we blow it or was it shut out?
So you couldn't possibly have heard the shot or had any idea where it came from?
No, but there's not a lot of cover around there either.
The sound of the bike came from a clump of trees on this road here.
Working out stopping distances and everything, it all fitted, and that's where we found the shell.
Good work. So we're looking for somebody who owns a 22.
And that's most people.
Or someone with a grudge against the police.
Or Maggie.
Roger McLeod.
Well, let's hope it's that simple. If it's not, we've got a few problems. Nick, take Adam with you, have a look at his place.
Right up.
I hope this isn't some sort of declaration of war. If somebody wants to start something, then we'll finish it.
Down to Roger McLeod's.
Recently fired.
Yep.
All right, get on to D24. Lock that in the cage.
Got
will
it.
you? He's got to be somewhere.
Do you think you'd try and hide it?
Well, maybe he didn't have time.
Bye-bye. Boss. We're all at the bikie clubhouse. Her neighbour says they're killing some bloke.
Which might be the case, and it might be just some nice little scam to lure us out there. All right, everybody, back out to Mason Street. Get onto St David's, organise some backup.
Boss, shouldn't I be there for the kids?
I don't think so.
But, boss, I'm the one who's
Doyle,
been...
it's your turn to mind the fort now. I'd appreciate it if you organise that backup.
Yes, boss.
Hey, what are you picking on us for? Get back! McLeod's broken bail. He shouldn't even be here.
Righto, you all right? What are you doing here? Holly gave me a call. Said the kids were out here. Come and collect them.
I told him his kids weren't here. He didn't believe me.
So you set the dogs on him. That's assault, Dillon. You're under arrest. You, come on, get him out of here. Come on, pal.
Well, it's about time you got back. I've got to go out.
Well, what's going on?
Holly McLeod just rang. Said she's leaving town. She doesn't want the kids. Wants me to pick them up.
Was she on the level?
Oh, why wouldn't she be? She's never wanted those kids.
Hang on. What did she say, Maggie?
She wants to meet me at the park near the school, and I've got to go. Otherwise,
All right,
she's going to
I'll
get
come with you.
bored.
You right with him, mate?
Sure.
Good on you.
Hey, babe, she said to go
It's a
on my
beautiful
own.
drive. Let's go and have a look.
Oh, go on my own.
Where's PJ?
He's gone with Maggie, boss.
Oh, great. All right, you lot, settle down. Dillon, you first. My office. Wayne.
You're out of your tree. Why would we mount a campaign against the Mount Thomas police?
Both attacks against my officers involved a motorbike.
We've done nothing. You've zeroed in on us because some jerk on a bike's doing this stuff, but it's not one of us.
So you're saying there's no connection, it's all coincidental?
Get real. Do you think we like making a big splash? We came up here at Holly's invitation. Look, I told you up front, we weren't looking for aggro. We just want to get on with things without the pigs coming down on us every time we lift our heads off the pillow.
So what happened to Mrs. McLeod?
I told her to split and take those brats with her. She's more trouble than she's worth.
So where is she?
I don't know, and I don't care. She said this place had potential. It turned out to be a bad idea.
Oh, good. So you'll be leaving town?
I thought I'd make your day, Sarge.
You'll make my day when you face these assault charges.
Right, I'll keep a low profile just in case.
Just in case what?
Just play cool, eh, Max?
Don't always.
Hey, Roger, you sure you don't want to go to hospital, mate? You took a bit of a belting out there.
I've had worse. I'll live.
Get on you. All right. Yeah, where were you at about 2:15 this afternoon?
On my way out to the clubhouse. I got a phone call from Holly.
What'd she have to say for herself?
Said she was splitting. I had to collect the kids.
When was this?
I don't know, lunchtime. I left right away.
On your bike?
To pick up 2 kids, I took the ute.
When was the last time you rode your bike, mate?
Took it for a spin 2 weeks ago. Holly used to ride it more often than I did.
So she can ride the bike?
As long as it stayed upright, yeah.
What about your 22, Roger? Do you know how to use that?
The bitch. She set me up.
Well, it's a distinct possibility.
Are you giving them up or aren't you? No. I just said that to get you here. I want to talk to you.
Well, all you had to do was ask.
You think I'm scum, don't you? Lower than scum.
I don't make personal judgments, Mrs. McLeod.
And maybe we got off on the wrong foot or something. But really, I'm not that bad. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, bikies and all that. But those guys have been really good to me. They're the only family I've ever known.
No, except for your husband and children,
yeah,
of course.
except for that. Listen! You don't know anything about me.
Well, how about you tell me?
Hey, cool. Tape recorder and all. If I'd have known, I would have brought me guitar.
Come on, Vinny, just answer the question. Where were you earlier this afternoon?
Still sleeping it off. What a party, eh?
Presumably you have witnesses.
Matter of fact, I do. Brother bikies. That's the point, you see.
Spare us the recruitment speech, Vinny.
What do you know about Holly McLeod?
She won't be coming back for a while.
Why's that?
Fergus reckons he'll give her a hide and she'll never forget.
Any particular reason?
Yeah, I'm not supposed to say.
Vinny, you're already in more trouble than you can possibly handle. Do you want to make it worse?
Okay. After she left, Fergus found she'd taken his personal revolver.
I never knew what it was like to have a real mother.
I feel very
And so
sorry.
I don't want that to happen to my kids, see? They're all I got.
I'm not the one you need to convince, Mrs. McLeod. It's Health and Community Services.
Yeah, but you brought them into it.
Only because I was concerned about the welfare of your children.
They're fine. You're the one with the problem.
And you're the one who abandoned them in a car. And you're the one who dragged them off to live with a bunch
You're
of
not
animals.
going to give up, are you? It doesn't matter what I say. You're just going to keep trying to take my kids away.
PJ, go to channel 57.
Yeah, boss.
It's a setup, PJ. Holly's got a gun.
So keep your hands off my kids. Because next time, I won't just trash your house or shoot your tyre out.
So it was you.
Next time I'll use this.
I'm sending backup.
Too late.
Take it easy. Just take it easy.
Boss, are you okay?
No such luck, PJ. Secure the weapon, will you?
Holly McLeod, you're under arrest for attempted murder and other charges. You're not obliged to say or do anything, as anything you say or do may be used in evidence against you. Do you understand this? Okay, let's go.
one on the phone, okay?
As a result, you'll be charged with assaulting Roger McLeod.
I never touched him.
Listen, the next time I see you will be in court, and I want that to be the last time. Now I suggest you get on your bike and get out of town.
What is this? Dodge City or something?
That's right, mate. And I'm wired. Don't push me. Say hello to your mum.
On your bike.
Died 2 years ago.
Thanks for saving my life.
Well, you realise what that means, don't you?
No.
Now I own you. It's an old Lebanese custom, Mags.
Well, that's all I need.
Maggie, you did really well.
You know, PJ, I thought I was protecting those kids. But all I know is that I took their mother away.
Probably better off without her.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But I think she really loved them.
So, Doyle, how you feeling?
Oh. Older and wiser.
Where'd you get a licence in a Wheeze packet? Go around her.
Do you want to drive?
Yes?
Well, tough.
Come on.
It's a male thing, isn't it? Getting behind the wheel of a big V8, feeling all that power, must be a big turn-on for you guys.
Been reading too much Cleo.
Oh, we've got company.
Go after him.
Well, why? They haven't done anything, Warren.
Not yet.
Hey, gorgeous. It's hog time.
Hog! Where you been? Think you were gonna come?
Oh, you know how it is, babe. Oh.
Saved your suit.
No need.
What do you have?
Now, you shouldn't ask a man a question like that. You might not like the answer.
Do you want a beer or don't you?
Yeah, well, hey, JD's all around.
Hey, settle down! Oh, what's your problem? Ain't scooting it up. Listen, this is my pub. You play it my way or you leave.
Now, fair enough. Whatever you say, we're not here to make trouble.
Just so long as we understand each other.
I think we do. I missed you, babe.
Have you heard anything yet?
No, not yet.
You could always put him for a transfer.
Yeah, I could do that.
You know, Wayne, there is life after traffic.
Hey, have a look over there. Hello, can you open the door?
No, it's locked. Hey, try pulling up the knob.
I can't.
Okay, try winding down the window.
How long you reckon they've been in there?
Not too long. It's okay, we'll get you out of there soon.
What a heap. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, it's okay. Won't be long now. Hey, what's your name?
Boring.
And what's your name?
Bella.
Okay, Bella, what's your second name? Is this your little brother?
I am too.
Yeah, okay. I haven't lost your touch. Here we go.
Any sign of the parents?
No.
Come on, little fella.
We'll find her. Now, this is Wayne, and he's going to take you to the police station while I go and find your mum.
Hey, Maggie. Now, hold on.
Yeah, okay, Mum, we'll see you next
Abandoning
weekend.
kids in cars is becoming a national disease. Nick, phone book, see what you can find under McLeod.
Good
Cooper. Check with the hospital, all the local GPs, see if the mother's had an accident or OD'd or something.
Yeah, righto, boss.
Now, don't you worry, kids. We'll soon find your mum and dad.
Have you ever been in a police station before? Well, this is Sergeant Croydon, and he's the boss.
Patterson, maybe the children would like a drink or something to eat.
Good, come on, let's go raid the fridge, see what we can dig up.
And what have you done with Doyle? Why isn't she here?
She's gone looking for the mother. Reckon she might have something to say to her, too.
Look, put me down.
Can't do that, babe. No, now out you go. No piggies in the bar. You listen to what?
Boss, they threw me out. They just picked me up like a sack of potatoes and threw me out.
You went in there by yourself?
Well, I didn't know they were going to